We've got some windy weather, amigos. Those Santa Ana winds do not back off. They have been in play for several days. We have a wind advisory in effect for today. It expires around 1 p.m. But even after that, that offshore flow is going to continue for most of the week. So the temperatures for today are going to be more than 10 degrees above normal. It's going to get even warmer as the week progresses. We're going to see some spots close to 80 degrees. So we're above normal 10 to 15 degrees this week. It's not quite going to feel like January. Now, it would be great, except we have those winds. So if you live in those Santa Ana wind-prone spots, unfortunately, those winds are going to keep whipping. So let me take a look at the timing. Here we are looking at the weather this afternoon around 5 p.m. and notice how we're still seeing these bright colors in the mountains, through the Inland Empire, all the way out towards the coast, feeling them over in Malibu and even in Oxnard. So these are the typical Santa Ana wind-prone spots. Here we are tomorrow morning. The winds are still in play for us. Now, the winds ease as we step into tomorrow afternoon, evening. And then tomorrow on Wednesday, look at how the winds, they come right back. So this offshore flow is going to continue for much of the week. Highs for today are going to be in the 70s for most of us below the mountains. So we've got some beach weather in January. But you should know that we do have a high risk of rip currents for Ventura County, a moderate risk for rip currents along the LA County coastline, and a low rip current risk for Orange County. Now, the temperatures in the deserts are cooler in the 60s. You don't have this downsloping effect of the winds. That's why it's cooler there, and over in Big Bear, 48 degrees. And it's going to get even warmer. Look at the trend for Los Angeles. Today is actually the coolest day of the week, quote unquote, 74. That's above normal. Tomorrow we go up 77. Wednesday, Thursday look like our warmest days. Temperatures around 80 degrees for the Los Angeles area, and the numbers remain in the upper 70s straight through the weekend. Now, inversely, I want to show you the rain chance. There is no rain chance. The weather is staying dry for us, so you don't need the umbrella. We had a lot of rain already. You may have already heard this, but let me tell you in case you haven't, for the first time in 25 years, California is drought-free. Yes, it took a lot of rain for us to get there, and I want to show you the comparison to the beginning of the water season, October the 1st, and look at how Southern California had severe to extreme drought conditions. Now, the weather's going to stay dry for us and warm. I want to warn you, if you have to spend time outdoors, make sure you take the right precautions. I know it sounds kind of silly for me to say, hey, stay hydrated, take breaks in the shade. 80s are warm for January, so please be safe. We've got those 80s after today for the downtown area and 70s for the coast. And this warm, dry trend continues into the weekend. The Valley's, the Inland Empire, 70s today, tomorrow, upper 70s, 80s, and more 80s for the second half of the week. The second half of the week is going to be the warmest part of the week. The forecast in the deserts is windy, 60s today and tomorrow in the high desert, and then temperatures in the 70s, the low desert 70s, then 80s. And watch out for those winds in the mountains, those crosswinds. We've got 50s, then 60s for the middle of the week.